Near the Arctic Circle, nestled deep within a dense forest, there was a small village buried in snow. This village, isolated and serene, seemed like a world apart. The houses, made of sturdy wood, stood 2 stories tall, their roofs blanketed with heavy layers of snow. Surrounding the village was a low but solid wall, built to protect the residents from outside dangers. At night, flickering torches illuminated the wall and the houses, casting a warm yet mysterious glow. In the heart of the village, there was a small square where wooden benches circled a gathering spot. Even in the biting cold, villagers would gather there, sharing stories to pass the long nights. Despite the peaceful appearance, there was an unspoken fear that lingered among them, the presence of a lone fox that roamed the outskirts of the village. This fox was elusive, never approaching anyone, and it moved like a shadow in the snow. The villagers called it the spirit of the cold, a being to be wary of. Children were sternly warned to stay away from it, but one boy, the mischievous Liam, rarely listened to such warnings. One frosty morning, the village square echoed with the laughter of children playing in the snow. The children stayed safely within the protective walls, but for Liam, those walls felt like a cage. While the others were busy building snowmen and throwing snowballs, Liam quietly slipped away unnoticed by anyone. He opened the small wooden gate and stepped into the vast, silent forest. Drawn by the glimmer of the sun reflecting off the frozen lake nearby, he couldn't resist exploring further. The shimmering surface of the lake caught his eye, and in the middle of it he saw something shiny. "What's that?" he murmured, his curiosity taking over. Without hesitation, he stepped onto the fragile, icy surface of the lake. The ice beneath Liam's feet creaked softly as he walked, but he ignored it. His focus was fixed on the mysterious object in the distance. Then, with a loud crack, the ice gave way. Liam screamed as he plunged into the freezing water. Desperately, he clung to the edge of the broken ice, but his hands were too numb to hold on for long. His cries for help echoed across the empty expanse. Unbeknownst to him, the fox had been silently watching from a distance. It stood still for a moment, its sharp eyes scanning the situation. Then, as if making a decision, it dashed toward the lake. The fox reached the edge of the lake and observed Liam's struggle. It quickly spotted a fallen branch nearby and bit down on it, dragging it toward the boy. Carefully stepping onto the cracking ice, the fox pushed the branch toward Liam. The boy, trembling and exhausted, managed to grab it, but his grip was weak. The fox seemed to sense this and darted back to the edge of the forest. Moments later, it returned with a long piece of rope, likely left behind by villagers. The fox gripped one end of the rope with its teeth and approached Liam again. This time, the boy grabbed hold firmly and the fox began pulling him toward safety. Each step made the ice crack louder, but the fox did not stop. At one point, the ice beneath the fox's front paws broke, and it partially plunged into the icy water. Despite the danger, the fox used all its strength to pull Liam closer to the shore. Finally, with one last effort, the boy was dragged to solid ground. The fox, soaked and shivering, scrambled out of the water and collapsed onto the snow. Hearing Liam's cries, the villagers rushed to the lake. What they saw left them speechless. The fox, which they had always feared, had saved the boy. Standing nearby, the animal seemed to watch over Liam, ensuring he was safe. "That fox? It saved him?" one villager whispered in disbelief. Liam, wrapped in a warm blanket, trembled as he exclaimed, "It did. The fox saved me." Back in the village square, as the boy recounted the story, the villagers couldn't take their eyes off the dark silhouette of the fox disappearing into the forest. From that day on, the fox was no longer seen as a spirit to be feared, but as a guardian of the cold wilderness.